Hi, this is Doug with Money Sage. So, I want to talk to you today about how cars can keep you broke. Okay. Um, we all know that when you purchase a new car and you drive it off the lot, you immediately lose thousands of dollars on it from depreciation. Okay. So, if you try to sell it back to the dealer, they're not going to pay for it as much. Okay. They're going to knock the price off. So, one of the things I like to do is not purchase a brand new car. Now, with that said, okay, we did back in 2007, we purchased a new 2007 Saturn Outlook XL or XR with all the bells and whistles on it and ordered it directly from the factory and got it the way we wanted it to, okay? And knock on wood, that car has been a great travel vehicle. We still have it, and the mileage now is 306,000 plus as I'm showing you. I just shot this yesterday to show you that hey, after this many years, we're still using that vehicle, okay, and we're still driving it. Now, it's got some issues with it now, some minor issues, like the transmission starting to slip a little bit. I got a rear tail light that broke that I need to fix, and it's got other little quirks to it. But for the most part, it's still a good vehicle to use, and I don't have a car payment, which is huge. My car insurance, I carry full coverage on the thing. It's probably overkill at this point, but it's cheap full coverage because of how old the vehicle is. Okay. So, anyways, if you're going to purchase a new vehicle, I would plan to keep the vehicle at least for 5 to 7 years at the minimum. That way, you get the full life of the vehicle, and financially, it makes sense. Okay, because when you first buy a new vehicle, you're paying interest and everything else like that. You don't have as many maintenance headaches, hopefully, but you're wasting or spending more money at the front end versus the tail end of the life of the vehicle. So the longer you can keep the vehicle and keep it running in good working condition, good working order, the more money you're saving. Okay. So, um, instead of buying new, what I would suggest doing is buying a used vehicle, or from the dealers, what they call it is pre-owned or pre-certified owned, or whatever it is. But you're basically buying a used vehicle from the dealer. And I like doing that because most of the time when the dealers bring it in, they're going to run it through basic maintenance tests, make sure that the vehicle is in good working condition, because they don't want to sell you a lemon or anything else like that. Um, Go to a good reputable dealer, and then buy a pre-owned or pre-certified owned vehicle from them. Okay. And then also, one of the things you can do to keep vehicles from keeping you broke, basically, is keep regular maintenance on them. So if you know how to change the oil or change the brakes, you can do it yourself, great. Do it. That's saving you extra money because basically you're doing the labor yourself. Um, I personally don't like changing the oil myself because you've got to dispose of oil in certain manners. So that way it's good for the environment. You can't just pour it down the drain, stuff like this. So I personally take my vehicle to one of the quick lube or express lube places. You're in and out during your lunchtime, and they're doing all those checks and stuff like that. And yeah, it costs me 45 bucks when I do it. But for me, it's very hassle free. Okay. And if you do that regularly, like I've done with our 2007 Saturn, as you can see, I'm 306,000 miles. I'm doing the regular maintenance on it. Therefore, the vehicle's staying in good working order. Okay. And it's going to last you. So it's saving me a ton of money over the years on having to pay for a new car or a car payment. Okay. So the other thing is your tire inflation. And a lot of people don't talk about this. Or they don't. I guess they tell you about it, and we kind of gloss over it. In our minds, oh yeah, it'll be fine. But as the seasons change, your tire pressure changes. It goes up and down based upon how cold or hot it is outside. And if you're not having your tire pressure checked regularly or monitoring that, then you're potentially wasting gas. Okay. So if you keep your tires correctly inflated, you're going to save money on gas and wear and tear on your tires. So if they're properly inflated, that means the amount of rubber that's on the road is the right amount for that tire. And therefore, if the tire pressure is too low, you're putting more rubber on the road. So therefore, it's more friction. Your engine's got to work harder in order to overcome that friction, which uses more gas. But what it also does, if there's more rubber on the road, is it wears your tires down quicker. And so therefore, tires are a good expense. They're not cheap for good quality tires. You're going to be replacing those tires more often over the life of the car. Okay, so keep them properly inflated based upon manufacturer recommendations, and you should be good to go. Now, one other way of then the car's not keeping you broke is, let's say that you do get that used vehicle or whatever it be, you got a new one and it's paid off. Start saving up for those maintenance items, for new tires, stuff like that, but also for a new vehicle, or whether you're purchasing a new or used vehicle. So get into the habit of putting away a little bit every month for, say, $50 a month or $100, whatever it be. So if you were to save $50 per month for 5 years, that's $3,000 plus compounding interest that you've already saved up towards the down payment of another vehicle, or, depending upon what you can do, pay all cash for a vehicle, okay? Which would be better. Cash is king, right? So get into the habit of saving up for that, and you'll be better off in the long run. And these surprises like tires or maintenance change or oil change, stuff like that, won't be a surprise to you. You're already prepared for them. You've already got the money for it, and it makes life so much easier. But definitely keep saving, even if you're saving up, say, $300-$400 for new tires, and don't stop there. Keep saving $50 to $100 or whatever it be a month. That way, like I said before, you can purchase a new vehicle. Okay. And then lastly, I get asked from time to time, was it better to purchase a vehicle or lease? And I'll hear people go out and say that they're going to go lease a vehicle or they leased a vehicle. In my mind, you're nothing but wasting money on leases. Leases work great for the dealers and great for the dealer financing companies like GMAC and other stuff like this. They want you to lease a vehicle because it's a constant, steady stream of income for the dealer and for the leasing company. It's really great for the manufacturers, but it's not so great for you unless you just don't want the hassle or headache of dealing with a vehicle or owning a vehicle. But it's purely a personal choice for you. But to me, leasing does not make sense to me. It's a waste of my personal money, basically. So hopefully that's helped you out. But one of the biggest things that we need to talk about before I finalize this video or finish it is, do you even need a car? Do you need a vehicle? Is there public transportation in place that you can use? And if so, great, use it. Don't spend that money on a car. Spend that money, save it up for other items, okay? Anyways, hey, I hope you all have a great rest of the day, but like the video, please. If you like it, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. That way you get notices when I release new videos. Take care.